Oh, crap, it's Halloween. So for this year's Halloween video, I thought, why not go back to the good old days of the 1970s? I'm joking, I'm sure they were terrible. But I thought, hey, you know, why don't we talk about a classic? So today I decided to talk about 1975's Jaws, directed by Steven Spielberg. And I know what some of you are thinking, why are you talking about Jaws for a Halloween video? That's not a horror movie. That's not a Halloween movie. Or something like that. I'm sorry for that very annoying voice. But you're right, I don't really think it is a horror movie. It's something that's debated online. For me, I think I see it more as like somewhat of a suspenseful thriller in a way. I don't know. It's like, it's scary enough for me to consider that, you know, it counts, I guess. I don't know. I just wanted something to talk about. Maybe it's because when I was younger, I actually remember I used to be very scared of sharks. Like whenever I saw pictures of them online, I just thought they were the most horrifying things ever. Where like their giant mouths and big teeth that could just bite anything, like kill anything, and then their dark little black beady eyes that just lust for blood. It's just like, ugh, it scared the crap out of me. But now that I'm older, I'm no longer scared of stupid things like sharks. No, sorry. What I'm afraid of is that my package is never gonna arrive. Like, where is it? I've been waiting for weeks now. I decided to order a costume online again this year, and it's not here. Where could it be? I think I have to ask for my money back. Like, I just like, it's like, where is it? Doorbell. Maybe that's it. Okay, that's odd. The door is open, but there's no one here. Huh. I can worry about that later. For now, let's talk about Jaws. So this movie has a pretty simple plot. It's about this place called Amity Island, and during the summer, the beach is the hot spot to go to, especially during the 4th of July. But something weird is going on in the water. And what's that weird thing? A shark is eating people. And the sheriff knows this, so that's why he wants the mayor to close the beach so nobody goes in there and gets eaten by the shark. But the mayor, he goes, no, the beach is the big money maker during the summer, especially during the 4th of July. We gotta have people go there. And because of the mayor's idiocracy, people die. Stupid mayor. I bet he doesn't even believe in global warming. But yeah, all that stuff happens. And while I said it is a simple story, it's the kind of story that keeps you invested, at least in my opinion. And while the movie does move pretty slow, and I wish it could pick up the pace a bit, thankfully it's not the kind of slowness where you go, oh, when is this gonna end? And then you just look through your phone on Instagram, I'm just gonna focus on this instead. No, it did keep my focus throughout most of it, and I really quite like that. The movie has some great shots in it, honestly. And the acting is really good in it, like honestly. And something that I really like about the movie is like something that comes in a little bit later is like is the dynamic between the sheriff, the ideologist, I think that's his job. I'm just gonna call him the shark expert dude, and the grizzled sea captain Quint. I love their dynamic together, and they got some great scenes. But weirdly enough, even though I like that aspect a lot, that comes in probably, you know, in the part of the movie where it's supposed to get super interesting, like towards the end, where they decide to catch the shark themselves on the boat. That part itself is kind of a little too boring for me, but I'll get to that when I get to that. I'll talk about that later. For now, I'll say most of the movie, while it does move slow, it is still very interesting to watch, and it has some great scenes and some great acting. It's just really cool. Something that's also really cool about this movie is the freaking music. Like, the John Williams score is so good, especially that classic Jaws theme, you know, the da-da, da-na, da-na. Well, I probably completely bastardized it right there, but you get what I mean. You know the theme. It's so iconic. It is so good. It is so amazing that it was even referenced in the movie Shark Tale. And that's how you know when something is a classic, when it's referenced in Shark Tale. Now how I mentioned earlier that I actually think that when it gets towards the end, the part that's supposed to be exciting when the sheriff, the shark expert, and the captain go out on their boat to catch the shark themselves, like that part that's supposed to be super interesting, like that's the awesome part right there, I actually think it's kind of boring. Well, let me explain. Like, I think by that time I was getting a little bit tired because, like I said, I think maybe like the slowness kind of got to me. I was like, okay, I think I'm kind of ready for things to wrap up. But also, even though that part is supposed to be exciting, I actually think they kind of drag it out for a little too long. Like, honestly, that feels like it. It feels like a solid like 20 or 30 minutes, like spent kind of like just doing the same thing, in my opinion. I just like, that's kind of a really only complaint. Well, I will admit there are some cool aspects of that scene. Like, for example, when they're on the boat together during the night and the captain gives this really cool speech. It's pretty cool. I'll admit that's really great. And some of the scenes where like they're fighting the shark, which does look a little fake, but we'll get to that. It's is kind of neat, you know. And something I will say, the music that kind of caught me off guard is like, for the most part, the movie actually is trying to be suspenseful with the shark. It's supposed to be kind of like supposed to scare you a bit, and it does work pretty well. Like, I'm going like, whoa, no, those people are panic on the beach. They're gonna die. They're panicking. It was like, you know, it actually kind of did get to me. I mean, I'm joking right now, but you know what? It was kind of suspenseful. But during the scene where they're actually chasing the shark, like we're like trying to like kill it and stuff, and then the shark is like, and then they're on the boat, and they're just like, the music that plays off sounds a little bit more adventurous. If that, I don't know, that kind of caught me off guard. The music is still great, but it just like, I just thought that was kind of weird, you know, right? That it's like suddenly this movie that was trying to be suspenseful is all like, yeah, we're off to kill a shark. Yeah, like it's an Indiana Jones movie or something. I feel like I gotta mention this. So Jaws is considered a classic, right? Well, there are some people out there who go, you know, I thought Jaws was pretty good, but once I saw that fake shark, it just threw it all off of me. And that is something that I don't really agree with, but at the same time, I can somewhat understand. It's like this. I think I mentioned before that my big issue with like with the movies when it gets towards the end and it just feels dragged out. I feel like when I first saw the shark, I thought, you know what? It doesn't look super realistic, but it also doesn't look that bad. I don't think it's as bad as people say. But I feel like if the movie had ended with the big climax, like with a big, you know, right? Like maybe like a shorter ending, not something that felt so dragged out. It just had like the big climax on the boat and the shark trying to attack them while they're on the boat and stuff like that. If I would go, you know what? Shark does look kind of fake, but because it is cool, I'm kind of okay with it. But no, but because a lot of the ending just felt dragged out and the shark just kept appearing. Like if the shark had like a short appearance, maybe it wouldn't really signify just how fake it looked. And I go like, you know what? I feel like, you know, like I'm stuttering a lot, but it's like, I swear I like this movie. But you know, if it just like wasn't there for as long as it is, I probably wouldn't notice all that much unless I rewatch it like a bunch of times. But no, because like it is quite on screen for quite a while at the ending, which is again dragged out. I'm just like kind of noticing it. Oh wow, that shark does not look that great. But again, I do think there are aspects of the climax that I really do like. I just feel like, you know, like the shark itself, it's like doesn't throw me off of the movie like it does for some people. I just feel like, you know, I just think maybe like the way of the reveal could have been done better, if that makes any sense. But you know, I'm sure the shark looks better in the sequels, right? It gets like super realistic there, right? Did you guys hear that? Maybe it was nothing, you know. So I know that the last few things that I've been mentioning have been negatives for a movie that I've been swearing that I do like. I really do like this movie. I just feel like that the ending being kind of dragged out a bit, and maybe like kind of the fakeness of the shark just throws me off from calling this movie like a perfect masterpiece, or at least in my eyes. It keeps me from giving the movie a 5-star, and so I give it like a 4-star. But I do want to say something very positive about the movie, and that is its legacy. This movie is known for being the prototype of the modern blockbuster, and that is a huge deal. Back then, I'm sure this was like a big thing for them, like a blockbuster. Whoa, I'm sure back then, 70s, the people from the 70s like, whoa, we gotta go check out that new Jaws movie, and then afterwards we could talk about it and like smoke weed. I don't know what people did in the 70s. I'm sure it wasn't great, but like I just feel like that's a big deal, you know, right? Without this movie being the big hit that it is, we wouldn't have modern blockbusters nowadays, you know, right? And I just think that's a huge deal, and it's something that should be mentioned. So in conclusion, Jaws is a classic. It deserves to be called a classic. It is that good, and it is a big important part of Steven Spielberg's career. Like without this movie, he probably wouldn't go on to make even greater stuff. And I know, like I said, I mentioned like quite a few complaints in here. Like I thought that the ending just felt very dragged out, and the shark, well, it didn't throw me off like it did for some people, like its fakeness. I just feel like, yeah, you know, it did feel pretty anticlimactic. But even with those problems there, or these problems to me, in my opinion, I still thought that the movie was very good, and it's definitely one that I would rewatch because there is so much good to it. The acting is great, the score is amazing, there are some great shots in it. There is just like so much good in the beginning and the middle act of the movie. The third act, it's even the third act has some good stuff in it. Even though I said that it does feel dragged out and I do have complaints with it, it still has good stuff in it because Jaws, it's a classic. This movie, like I said before, is the prototype to the modern blockbuster. It has a great legacy, and Jaws, like I said, deserves to be called a classic. And even though I might have a few issues with it, it's definitely a movie that I really enjoyed watching, and I wouldn't mind rewatching it again. So yeah, Jaws, classic. Oh Jesus! Who's knocking on my door? Holy crap! No! Please don't kill me, I beg you. I still need to finish the Chinese food I ordered yesterday.
Are you David? Your package is here.
Wait, what?
Oh, I'm the delivery man. Here's your package.
But you broke into my house. I thought that meant you were gonna kill me.
I didn't break in. Your sister let me in.
Of course she did, Diana. She's nice to everyone but me.
Wait, you thought I was gonna kill you?
Look, I just assumed because you're a big shark and sharks eat people.
That is incredibly offensive and stereotypical. Just for a matter of fact, I'm a vegetarian. Yeah, so I don't eat meat.
Look, dude, I did not mean to offend at all. I swear, I never even met. Look, I have a ton of shark friends. Okay, that's not true. I don't have many friends at all.
Well, here's your stupid package.
Oh!
You know what? I'm out of here. Carl, out! Happy Halloween, loser!
Yes! My costume is here! Oh my god, it's gonna be so cool! You gotta be kidding me!